Welcome to the Mount Pleasant podcast, featuring discussions and interviews about the people, places, and events that make Mount Pleasant such a special place.
This is the Mount Pleasant podcast. I'm your host, Brian Cleary, and all thanks to the great people of Mount Pleasant Magazine, I get the honor, the privilege of introducing you to Mount Pleasant, the people who make it such a special place to do business, to work, and even to live. We're introducing you to Mount Pleasant's best on the Mount Pleasant podcast. Sunday, February 8th, maybe you got a day that's marked on your calendar because it's the big game. But the day before the big game, a huge event is happening in the Low Country, one that you want to be a part of. This is Brian Cleary, and today on the Mount Pleasant podcast, we're talking about a huge event at Mount Pleasant Towne Centre that's going on with the Charleston Animal Society. And joining us to talk about the event, the Senior Director of Community Engagement with the Animal Society, Kay Hyman, joins us. Kay, we're going to get down to the specifics on the event. But first of all, Pup Bowl IX. How do you describe it to someone who may not be aware of the Pup Bowl?
First off, the puppies are right now practicing their moves. They're getting ready for the big game. It's tons of fun for you and your family. There are 4 quarters, just like a regular football game, and we have a big giant field with goalposts, referees who are the ones that keep everything in line. They also call when there's a foul on the field. They throw their little flags whenever there's a pee or poop break. But it's tons of fun, and they're all puppies that are ready to go to be adopted. We have them in foster homes right now, so they're gearing up for the big game. And you cannot imagine a cuter, more fun thing to watch, nor a better opportunity for you to find the perfect new pup for your family.
So this is Pup Bowl IX. The Charleston Animal Society is a great organization in terms of doing events. If you're up to the 9th, you know you got to be doing something successful. Some folks would say, well, I was at Pup Bowl III or I was at Pup Bowl V. What's new this year for Pup Bowl IX?
Tradition is critical to making sure that people understand what they're getting and that this is going to be a fun day. But there's so many other things going on during the day. There are booths from all different kinds of businesses. There's food, entertainment, contests that you and your pet, if you bring your pet to the event, can participate in. So it's lots and lots of fun. And of course, all the proceeds, it's $10 to enter, and all the proceeds benefit Charleston Animal Society. It's our goal to save every animal that comes through our doors, and we can't do it without the public. So even if you're just coming to have a fun day with your kids and your family, it's a perfect day out in Mount Pleasant at Towne Centre.
Hey, let's be honest a little bit. You and the folks at the Charleston Animal Society, it's got to be a fun day when you get to sit around and go, oh, referee. There's got to be a million different things. I need to be a part of that meeting.
The best part for me personally is whenever the teams are on the field, so you can see them in advance. They're in their little corrals, and you'll know which quarter they're going to be in. And you put your number in the ones that you're interested in. And the best part for me is when someone's number gets picked. People get so excited. I mean, they jump for joy, and they almost always know exactly which puppy they had come there for and that they wanted. And when they get into the field, we let them on the field, and they hug the animal, they look around, and then it's my job to say, and do we think this is a match? Are you saying yes to the puppy? And when they do, we all go, touchdown! So it's just tons of fun. And you can't imagine a better afternoon. Tito's is there. They're supporting us. All the proceeds from their sales will go to us. It's just a perfect storm of puppies, children, adults, and lots of things to do, all mixed in one. And our great host, Towne Centre, who support us tremendously throughout the year with other events. This is our biggest event. I just love it.
And like the big game, like any game, getting your tickets is important. You want to get them in advance as well. What's the best way that I can go about getting tickets for Pup Bowl IX?
Well, you could just go to the Mount Pleasant Towne Centre website and click on the link, or you can click on the link in our event page on social media at Charleston Animal Society. Our neighbors at Berkeley are also going to be at this event. And one of the cool things that we do, we have retired players that are always there. And those are dogs that are older. They're not the puppies that are out there vying the field. They're going to be walking around, and they also will be available for adoption. So it's about the pups. There's usually about 30 of them. If you can imagine 30 puppies on a football field, they're not always on at the same time, but
Sure.
It's just tons of fun.
This is where the pages of Mount Pleasant Magazine come alive. Welcome to the Mount Pleasant Podcast. I'm Brian Cleary, joined by our good friend from the Charleston Animal Society, Kay Hyman. Today, we're talking about the upcoming Saturday, February 7th Pup Bowl. And Kay, you mentioned the Berkeley campus of the Charleston Animal Society. For someone who's east of the Cooper, they may go, oh, you got the campus in Berkeley. The Animal Center itself, the Animal Society building, is in North Charleston. As a resident of Sullivan's Island, Mount Pleasant, the Isle of Palms, tell me what the Charleston Animal Society does east of the Cooper to help.
Well, of course, Daniel Island is partly Berkeley County. There are other pockets of Berkeley County within east of the Cooper. In July 1, as a matter of fact, have taken over management and cultivation of the Berkeley Animal Center. So we've been doing that since July 1. There have been lots of challenges, and right now the county is adding on to that building. There are challenges there. We have animals that need to get out because there's some kennel space being lost. But we hope that within the first year of us managing it, that we're going to exceed our expectations for helping them to save more lives. And we're super excited about the partnership. So they'll be out there as well with us. You know, we're all under one umbrella now.
And at the end of the day, even though you're expanding in Berkeley County, you still are serving Mount Pleasant, Isle of Palms, Sullivan's Island.
Oh, absolutely. And Mount Pleasant is one of our greatest supporters. We're so proud of the relationship we have with the Sheriff's Department, with the Police Department, with the mayor, everyone in Mount Pleasant City Council. They've been supporting us all along, and we're just very grateful for all they do for us. And of course, the magazine. I mean, you guys are amazing, supportive in every way.
We love to step up and help the Charleston Animal Society. Lots of folks in the Lowcountry do, because the work that you do is so important. And you and I, when we talk, we have a lot of fun. You guys put on some of the most fun events that are seen in the Lowcountry. But at the end of the day, the mission is still the same. What you do is all about saving animals.
It truly is. When we have to, we go to fee-waived adoptions, but most of the time we're never even asking what it costs us to put an animal up for adoption. The regular adoption fee for a puppy or a dog is at the most about $300. That never includes everything we do. On average, it costs us about $500 per animal. That's if they have nothing wrong with them. If they have heartworm, or they were hit by a car, or they have skin issues and have to go home with meds, we're looking at over $1,000 on many of those. So it's really important that people understand that when they go to these events, they're helping us to save lives. When you purchase a ticket, you're helping us to save lives, because we can't do it without the community, because it costs a lot to do what we do.
And a few years ago, the Charleston Animal Society was leading in the no-kill initiative, something that you've established here at the Animal Society. It's now spreading. Charleston Animal Society is really a leader across the entire Palmetto State, isn't it?
It truly is. And our team from No Kill South Carolina are working every single day. They're doing outreach with local shelters. We now have a van that Shelley Leak has purchased for us that we are sending to other shelters to bring animals back here. We're also using it for transports up north to Massachusetts to get these animals that are in these high kill rural shelters that are unable to get them adopted to places where they can be adopted. And that's just a little part of what we do in the entire state as far as helping animals save lives. But critical to all of that is spay neuter. We have got to keep spaying and neutering every single animal we can, because there are way more out there being born that don't have homes.
And you'll see throughout the year then kind of an explosion at some points when, say, cats are just breeding, and again, gets back to that importance of what you're talking about.
Absolutely. And it's so critical that we do everything we can. Anyone who can help with that, we greatly appreciate it. We're seeing an uptick in feral cats in the feral cat colonies, and a lot of people, because of the costs that have risen everywhere, that veterinary care to get an animal spayed or neutered has risen, and a lot of people cannot afford to do it. So anyone who can help a friend or a neighbor to get their pet spayed or neutered, it truly will go a long way to saving lives.
And one thing people may not know enough about or understand enough, and maybe you can go into it here, Kay, is the importance for the Animal Society, and more importantly, the animals, of someone fostering an animal. Can you explain how that works?
It's really critical at our Berkeley campus. It's critical everywhere. As a matter of fact, we on any given day have as many, if not more, animals, over 400 at any given time in foster care than we have in the actual building. So foster care is literally like a, second shelter. And in Berkeley, we have been doing a program, we call it Berkeley Paw Pack, where people can foster a pet, and we will pay them to do that. They get $75 to initially take the dog. This is for big dogs, which is our biggest problem. Then we will help them to network to try and find it a home. And if they find a home for that dog, they'll get even more money for that. And it's a cost savings, because having them here at the shelter would cost us way more than getting them into someone's home. And it helps the dog, it helps us to understand the dog, to see all their good qualities, to understand what the perfect home for them is. Fostering is a win-win all the way around.
In 1982, it was East Cooper Magazine. Now it's Mount Pleasant Magazine. Mount Pleasant Magazine is about the people, places, and events that make Mount Pleasant a great place to live, work, and raise a family. Your community, your magazine. Mount Pleasant Magazine.
You're listening to the Mount Pleasant Podcast.
You read about it in the pages of Mount Pleasant Magazine, and then we talk about it here and go in depth on the Mount Pleasant Podcast. I'm Brian Cleary. I'm joined by the Senior Director of Community Engagement with the Charleston Animal Society, someone who's probably familiar to you. Kay Hyman joins us. Kay, we talked about Pup Bowl that's coming up on February 7th. Another spring event coming up with the Charleston Animal Society. We're excited about it. What can you tell me about Paws in the Park?
It is as well an amazing event. We will have our Berkeley campus there, as well as our animals from Charleston Animal Society. But more than that, it's the chili cook-off, where we have over 25 restaurants. Local restaurants will be vying to have the best chili at the event. It also includes oysters. There's a beer tasting, a beer garden. So there's tons of things to do at this event, and you can find out more about it and purchase your tickets now. They're ready to go. It's March 12th at Brittlebank Park, and you can order those tickets online at charlestonanimalsociety.org/PIP, or Paws in the Park.
This is another one of the events that the Animal Society puts on that, one, it's obviously furry and four-legged friendly, but it's family friendly as well. Whether it's the Pup Bowl, Paws in the Park, you always put on events that the entire family can enjoy.
Yes, and it's not too bad cost-wise, because you're going to eat oysters, you're going to get samples of chili, you're going to have the beer garden, you can add that on for another $10. Kids 12 and under are free. So, a family, it's a pretty cost-effective thing to do. And of course, you know that you're helping us save lives.
And one of the things that's always a part of a Charleston Animal Society event, or at least 95% of the time, live music. The folks in the low country music community really embrace the Charleston Animal Society.
Brian, you know which bands we have this year? I don't have it on the tip of my tongue right now. I know we have a Latin influence band. Do you know who we have?
Well, we'll have the Lauren Hall Band. It's going to be one
Hall,
of the
yes, she's done it several times.
And then you'll have live entertainment as well at the Paws, at the Pup Bowl IX event coming up on February 7th.
Yep. We're super excited. So there's always music. It's always fun. There's always puppy kisses, of course. And bottom line is you're helping us save lives.
Okay, you've been part of the Charleston Animal Society for a long time. Maybe not everybody knows all about you. On the Mount Pleasant Podcast, we try to go hard-hitting with some questions. So first of all, because we love shrimp so much in the Low Country, if you're going into a restaurant ordering shrimp, How do you like your shrimp? What's your favorite way to have shrimp?
I like my shrimp broiled.
Broiled shrimp. And the big question is always Carolina, Clemson. Or do you just take the fifth? That's a tough one.
I'm going to have to say Clemson because they have a tiger for their for their mascot. That's the only reason.
Okay, you're someone who's been with the Animal Society for quite a long period of time now. I can't imagine a more rewarding job that you've had for more than 25 years, making such a difference in the community, but you've got to feel great about the work that the Animal Society does for our furry four-legged friends.
I truly do. It's actually 34 years.
Wow.
Believe it or not. I
was trying not to date you that much, so.
But I have to tell you, I've seen such huge strides and huge changes since I started as a volunteer way back, right after Hugo is when I started. We have changed so much. Our focus has always been the same, to help end cruelty to animals. But the outreach that we do now and the things that we do as far as spay neuter, our new building, well, it's really not new now. It's 17 years old, but it's phenomenal compared to where we were. It's just amazing. And the team of veterinarians that we have here, no matter what challenge is thrown in front of them, Animal Control will bring in a dog that's been hit by a car, or a dog will be transferred to us after it's been at the emergency clinic, and then we have to continue care. It's phenomenal. I mean, just the other day, I saw 3 cats that had to have one of their eyes removed. 3 at one time, on the floor, available for adoption. When I first started, those cats would have never had a chance. They would not have gone up for adoption. Now, because of the community support and because of the scope of the care that we do now, we're saving more lives than ever.
Whether it's from hearing you on the radio that folks have for decades now, seeing you on TV, going to the different news channels, or now on podcasts. I can't imagine, couldn't put a number of the hundreds of animals that you saved. It's a great thing. But if people want to come out, the one thing we really need to press everybody, at Pup Bowl IX, you will be able to adopt animals.
Yes, and at Paws in the Park. But Pup Bowl IX, very exciting. They'll have puppies on the field. So if you're looking for a young dog, that's the place to be. Come and put in your ticket into the quarter where you like the animals. Now, if you don't get the one you want in that quarter and you see, well, we will move those into another quarter. So, don't think you're not going to leave without a puppy. It's going to happen for you. But if you like an older dog, they're going to be there as well. Our retired players will be there vying for your attention as well. We'll have a little bit of something for everybody.
It's bigger and better than the big game itself. Pup Bowl IX coming up at the Mount Pleasant Towne Centre. Come out and support the Charleston Animal Society on Saturday, February 7th, and then put it in the back of your mind as well. Don't even wait. Get your tickets today for the March 21st Paws in the Park. Events coming up this spring with the Charleston Animal Society. Kay Hyman, thanks for your time today. And Kay, thanks for all you do.
And thank you, Brian. You have been a voice that has helped us to save lives for many, many years. I know you're a big advocate, and especially for cats and feral kittens, and I appreciate everything that you've done over the years to help us.
Mrs. Cleary loves her kitty kisses all the time, as do I. This is where the pages of Mount Pleasant Magazine come alive. We'll be looking for you February 7th at Mount Pleasant Towne Centre for Pup Bowl IX with the Charleston Animal Society. I'm Brian Cleary. Thanks for being a part of it today, our Mount Pleasant podcast.
Thanks for spending your time with the Mount Pleasant podcast, your community, your podcast. Listen to past and future episodes at mountpleasantpodcast.com.